I'm trying to not be like nervous or anxious about this, but this is weird. I don't think people realize how weird this is until they start doing it. Hi, I'm Chloe. I have a bookstagram called Reading with Chloe, and I thought I might as well make a YouTube channel called Reading with Chloe because I like to read and my name's Chloe. It's very original. For my first video, I thought I might as well do like a get to know me / Booktube Newbie Tag. I don't even know if people still do this tag. I don't think Booktube is super into tags still. I don't want to put myself into the box of a YouTube content creator, but that's kind of... I got distracted. This is my cat. This is Cinder. She might chill there for a second. I don't want to put myself in the box of being a booktuber, but like majority of my content is going to be based around books. And this. I will forever post about her, and I'm sorry if you get annoyed by cat content, but you are going to get some. I do think that I'm going to be able to articulate myself better in video form than I am in written form when I'm on Bookstagram, so like book reviews are going to be so much easier when I'm actually sitting here talking about it other than having to write it down. My grammar isn't the greatest. It's easier, I think, to do a book review video form. Let's go! Booktube Newbie Tag. Why did you start this channel? I created this channel just for fun. I wanted to create content that I enjoyed watching. One second. There we go. Okay. Why did you start this channel? I wanted to have fun. I wanted to try some editing. I wanted to try some filmmaking and talking about books or fandoms or cats or whatever I choose to talk about. I just wanted to have fun with it and maybe make some new friends, and I wish you could see her. She's really cute right now. What are some fun and unique things I can bring to Booktube? I honestly don't think I'm that unique. There is such a wide variety of different personalities on Booktube. I mean, I'm here. If you like my personality, you can stay, that's fine. If you don't like me, you can leave. I don't care, I say. But let's be honest, anxiety is like a hoe, and I'll probably care. But like, I'm gonna try not to care. I'd say the most like unique thing about me is my book looks. So I like makeup, I like books, I like to mix them together and create these like elaborate book looks. I say elaborate, I mean I'm still a beginner. I really don't know what I'm doing still with body paint, but I try. I'm also not the only one that does this. I created my first look in 2020 because I had nothing else to do and I was sitting around with makeup and books, and I did it. And after I posted it, I was looking around for some other creators who did similar things, and I found Book Look by B, and she is amazing. Her like content is beautiful. She also does videos, she streams, she does the Bookstagram, and her looks are so amazing. You should definitely go check it out. So I'm also going to be doing that here. What are you most excited for about this new channel? To finally do it. I don't know. I'm excited to get into editing more and like filming like the b-roll and the aesthetic shots and do like the aesthetic doodles and editing if I can figure it out. There's gonna be a learning curve, but I'm excited to get back into editing. Also, just to talk about books with people, like, yeah, or talk about books to you. Do you listen to me talk about books? Okay. Why do you love reading? I think like most people, and it's an escapism. Like most people. Oh, my microphone is here. Let's go. Oh my god. Okay. I don't even know if the quality on this is gonna be good. Like, it was so cheap, and honestly, my phone might be better. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm sure you've seen this. It's a little tiny microphone. God, why is this the hardest thing in the world? Mic covers are the worst. Do I want to be that cringy? We're gonna do it. Does this even work? The instructions don't really tell me anything. Oh boy. Thanks, Herc. It's been a real slice. Do I sound like Mecca at all? I have figured it out. For it to sound better than my iPhone. Oh god, I messed up the shot again. You know what? This is a vibe. We shall see. Maybe I'll just use my phone audio. We'll see. We'll do some testing. You guys need to be honest. You need to tell me what you like if you're watching this. If not, I'm just gonna go with what I like. And I think it's fun to hold a little mic. So I'm gonna hold the little mic. This is only $10. And I think it's decent. Maybe. The one test I did, it sounded decent. Unless there's a lot of crackling. Then we're screwed. I forgot what I was talking about before the mic came. What book or series got you into reading? So I got into reading when I was in middle school. I read all the popular books at the time, like A Fault in Our Stars and Divergent and The Hunger Games. I wouldn't say any of those got me into reading. I did enjoy reading them, but they weren't like the books that were like, oh my god, I need to consume more of this content. I was just reading them because that's what everybody else was doing, because I wanted to be so cool. So I would say the series that really, really, really got me into reading was The Infernal Devices. I feel like a lot of people on Booktube or Bookstagram say that. I specifically remember reading the third book. I was in middle school, end of middle school. I was taking the final exam and I had Clockwork Princess, and I finished taking the test early, and I'm sitting there reading the end of Clockwork Princess, and if you read the end of Clockwork Princess, you know that it is very emotional. So I'm sitting there in this testing room, and we're supposed to be very quiet while everybody else finishes testing, and I'm sitting there sobbing at my desk to a point where the teacher who was watching over us taking the test made me leave the room. What questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? God, this mic really brings out a different personality. I don't know why I'm so much more confident while holding this mic. I just am. What question would I ask my favorite booktubers? I love a variety of content. I love to see what people are reading, even if it's not a genre I typically read. I like to go all over the place with my reading style while trying to get into this whole booktube thing, trying to figure out what I'm doing, what I want my editing style to be like, what I want my whole personality of the channel to be like. And I find it so fascinating to watch people's editing process, and I'm such a nerd. I don't know if I have the skills to make them look aesthetically pleasing, but I would love to ask booktubers about like their editing and filming processes and like their process of editing processes. What challenges do you think will be the hardest to overcome? Getting started. My earring just fell out. How cute this earring is, though. It's like a little crow skull. It's made of resin. My sister got them, and I stole them from my sister. Sorry. What challenge do you think will be the hardest to overcome? Getting started, making this a consistent thing. I have so many. I'm busy. I have multiple jobs, and I also want to be able to read, and I like to travel. The hardest thing is going to be able to sit down and film, because I am such an awkward person. I get so anxious about the littlest things. This microphone has given me some confidence. What challenges do you think will be the hardest to overcome? That. Me. As a person. When did you start reading? I already kind of said this. Middle school, late middle school. It was right when I was moving from state to another state. I started reading because I didn't think I would have friends. Well, I also read some when I was little. Like, I read like Skippy John Jones books, and Beezus and Ramona were like my favorite books. I would read them all the time. Where do I read? Wherever I can. I like to read on my bed. I read at my desk, which is what you're basically on. You're on a tripod, but it's in front of my desk. I mostly read before I go to sleep. I read while I work if I'm not busy at work. I read, mostly I listen to audiobooks a lot, which means I'm constantly listening while I'm walking or doing laundry, because I hate to fold laundry, and if I'm listening to an audiobook, it helps. When I'm driving, listening to audiobooks while you drive is a fun time. I'm chaotic. Nice to meet you. I'm also very dramatic, and with this microphone, it's times 10. It's lovely. I'm like seriously trying not to put on a persona, but it's really hard not to when being filmed. What kinds of books do you like to read? Mostly YA and new adult. I love a good steamy romance. I love a good witchy book. I love mystery. I love fantasy. I love fantasy so much. Romantic fantasy, like fantasy with romance, is my favorite. Urban fantasy. I love swords. I love women who hold swords and like stab. Can I say stab on YouTube? I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to look at my shelf, but it doesn't help because most of my books are turned around because aesthetic. I'm okay with sci-fi. It's not my favorite. The only sci-fi books I really, really like are the Lunar Chronicles. I like everything. I'm not super, super picky, but like, I'll read anything. Doesn't mean I'll like everything, you know? What does your book collection look like? You can see it behind me. I also have a book cart and other random books lying around my room. I want to do a book tour. I love watching book tour videos. I will do it. I know that it's kind of hard to see with the books I own because aesthetic. You might not love it. I love it. It works so great for my Bookstagram. I also love a good rainbow shelf. I love how that looks. I do not care if series are put together or not. I know some people that like really bugs them. I will do a book tour someday. So those were all the Booktube Newbie Tag questions. I did post on my Instagram being like, hey, I might do this. What are some questions or some things you just like to know? There wasn't that many questions. How old are you? I am 21. How did you get into Bookstagram? I didn't have any friends who liked books and I wanted to post about it. And so I think it's, oh my god, it's probably closer to 7 to 8 years now I've been on Bookstagram. I finally figured out how to do Bookstagram in 2020 though. That was a fun time. What's your favorite series? Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Honestly, she's my favorite author. I love her. Her Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy just finished with Kingdom of the Feared. I love Kingdom of the Feared. Adore her. I will show you my collection of Stalking Jack the Ripper and Kingdom of the Wicked. It is my favorite series. I will never shut up about it. I will try to convince every one of you 5 maybe people who are watching this video to read it if you haven't already. A cat showcase in every video, and yes, of course, I will have a cat in every video. If I don't, I will force the cat to be in every video. That is just a fact at this point. You will see cats. Also, someone said they would like to see more of my beautiful makeup book looks, please. Thank you so much. My book looks are so fun. They take hours to do. This is the main reason why I've started this channel, is I do these book paint looks for one photo, maybe a reel on Instagram, and then I wipe it all off and call it a day. And I feel like so much of my work is wasted because I spend hours and so much money on those looks. Body paint and wigs and accessories are not cheap, especially when you are a broke college student. So I'm hoping that doing videos for book looks will make it more worth my time, if that makes sense. And it's not like it's not worth my time. I love doing it. I love makeup. I love the body paint and the wigs and the accessories. I think it's so much fun. I understand if you don't like watching those videos, but I'm going to make them. I will murder this microphone if it was crackly. But also, oh, can I say murder on YouTube? I need to look that up. We'll figure it out. I'll figure out the editing. I'll figure out the microphone, the audio, the clips, the b-roll, the cat montages, everything. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I know most people don't make it to the end of the video. I typically click away before an end of a video, so I understand that most people won't watch till the end. I don't know what my posting schedule is gonna be like. How do people do this? My god, okay. I don't know how I'm ending my videos or beginning my videos. I just kind of started talking today. Maybe I'll end with a cat montage. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll end with a cat montage. Enjoy.